Americans in New Jersey would really like to know who is flying sometimes massive drones over their homes and infrastructure.
I think the creepy part is not that it's just a drone, that they're so large.
One New Jersey mayor says the drones have been flying over the state's critical infrastructure. The drones have also been spotted near a U.S. military research facility and over President-elect Donald Trump's golf course in Bedminster, New Jersey. And those sightings have prompted the FAA to issue temporary flight restrictions. And according to the Associated Press, the Coast Guard says multiple low-altitude aircrafts were spotted near one of their vessels. Still, they weren't seen as an immediate threat, and they didn't interfere with any operations. So, of course, the question everyone has is, who is doing this? Some New Jersey lawmakers have been speculating that it's Iran or China. Those of us who don't live in New Jersey are just wondering, why New Jersey?
I can't claim to know the motives of aliens, but just being an Earthling. But of all the places to show up on Earth, they picked New Jersey? That'd be odd for me to wonder what the aliens are looking for.
I mean, on its face, what the White House is saying feels implausible to so many people. It's like, we can see this, we're not, there's a contradiction between the state police have been telling people that these drones, have been telling lawmakers up there that these drones are shutting off their lights when they're approached and that it's dangerous. And yet the White House says, nothing to see here. But is the Biden administration building confidence with the way that they're talking about this?
Nobody believes that the government doesn't know what it is. That's the thing. Only the government's trying to convince us that.
It doesn't help when the Defense Department, the FBI, and the White House say, don't worry about it, but we won't tell you what it is.
All right, so it's December 15th, 2024, and let me tell you, at church this morning, there was a lot of talk about this. What is this drone situation that everyone's seeing drones over New Jersey, New York, Maryland, those areas? Are they government drones? Are they foreign adversaries launching drones? Are they just hobbyists screwing around with all of us? Or are they UFOs? Now, most Christians I talk to don't really believe that UFOs are real, or at least I should say aliens in UFOs coming from other universes or planets or whatever, that those could even be possible or exist. And I thought, this would be interesting to make a video about. I'm curious what you all think about that. Personally, I'm really surprised that if there are aliens, we've never encountered them all these years, assuming we haven't. So for me, I'm pretty skeptical. Kind of like Bigfoot. Really would expect to be a dead one found somewhere in the woods if they existed. Same with aliens. I figured there'd be some evidence, but nonetheless, does the Bible say anything about this? Or more importantly, as a Christian, what should we think about that? Because it does bring up some pretty interesting questions. Such as, do aliens have souls? Would Jesus need to die for them as well as humans here on Earth? It's kind of interesting to think about. Again, at the end of the day, I don't really think there are aliens. However, I'm always curious what other Christians are thinking. So, in regard to this drone situation, making the idea of UFOs back in the news and back in our conversations, here's some thoughts.
The Protestant preacher Thomas Chalmers in the 1800s argued for the existence of extraterrestrial intelligent life. For him, denying this is tantamount to limiting the power of God himself. Why should we think that the great architect of nature, supreme in wisdom as he is in power, would call these stately mansions into existence and leave them unoccupied? The Vatican itself manages an observatory and a college of astronomers, some who have entertained the existence of intelligent alien life. In 2008, an astronomer, priest, and director of the Vatican Observatory surmised that the existence of alien life would not harm Catholic theology. Just as there exists a multiplicity of creatures on Earth, there can be other intelligent beings created by God. This does not contradict our faith, because we cannot put limits on the creative freedom of God. First contact alone wouldn't necessarily drive people to abandon religion. Theologians have prepared for this contingency, and our human religions have proven to be supremely adaptable in the face of new evidence. But it would change our theologies forever. Did Jesus die for the aliens too? Does the cycle of samsara include reincarnation as alien life? Do aliens have souls?
So what do you think? Does believing in aliens affect theology for Christians? Does it cause a theological problem? And also on the subject of these drones, I didn't share this, but I think these are government drones. I think the government is using them and testing them. Why they're testing them over New Jersey or a populated area instead of the deserts out in New Mexico or Nevada or somewhere? I don't know. But I think that's what these are, and they got caught, and now they're trying to play it off and distract and not really admit that it's simply our own government trying out their new technology. But anyway, with all of this, curious what you think. Leave your comments below.